about that. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about, Dr. Umar Johnson. Did Dr. Ifatunde lose the school? Did Dr. Umar Johnson lose the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? Did he? Did he, ladies and gentlemen? Lord have mercy. Let me find this video to play for y'all, man. Umar has really been just taking L's left and right. I'm gonna play this of what he said. Now, keep in mind, now the other day, let me see, last week, I want to say, Dr. Umar said that his bank account and the FDMG bank account was frozen, and he was asking people for money to keep him afloat until it all gets figured out. So, putting some context behind that. But most recently, he's talking about the FDMG, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. The building is about to get auctioned off. It's about to get auctioned off. Let's hear what Dr. Ifatunde had to say about this.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that,
he's going to repeat himself,
that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door in a low-income neighborhood. They put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front.
Okay. All right. Man, oh man. Dr. Umar. Now, I've donated to the school in the past. I remember some years ago when Dr. Umar actually purchased the school. It was, 2 buildings and everything like that. But the whole thing with Dr. Umar is like, I think at this particular point, like, if once they do auction off that school and the school is sold, like the building, I think it's pretty much a wrap for the whole school idea anyway. It's been more than over 10 years at this point. Now, keep in mind how Dr. Umar, out of respect for him, I'm explaining just like him, he doesn't want any type of funding from it except from the grassroots, the Black community, for us, by us. So, he wasn't interested in a charter school, a private school. Well, it will be considered a private school, but he didn't want any funding from the state. I think that Dr. Umar's intentions were great. The idea was great, but I think that I don't think he's a businessman. I think he's a highly intelligent scholar. I think he's a great person and had the right idea. But when you're talking about the school in which he wanted, it wasn't going to come to fruition if you didn't have the right mind to let it, to follow up with it. Meaning, it's like, okay, well, you get these $3 million. Okay, who are you going to hire to do the plumbing? See, he got enough money to buy the school and to keep it afloat, but every other month, every other interview, when you ask them what's going on with the school, oh, the light fixtures need to be fixed, the toilets need to be fixed, the plumbing needs to be fixed, the roofing, and we got a start date that's going to be 2023, August of 2024, August of 2025, and he has an answer for each time you ask him about the school, but nothing ever comes to fruition as far as the start date. Always something broken, always some pain. And I don't want to believe that he's a scammer. I don't believe that Umar is a scammer. I just think that he had the right intentions, but the wrong execution. He had the right intentions, but the wrong execution. He had the right intentions, but the wrong execution. And I'm saying it just like Umar. He's saying it. Meaning like, he had the mind to raise the school, purchase a building, but everything that happens after that, the staff that you're going to hire, the people who are going to do the plumbing, the people going to do this, it costs money. And, I respect Dr. Umar, and it's not easy to build a school because I think he wanted to purchase a school, then build a school and all this other stuff. And it's easier said than done, but at this particular point, I think that it's safe for him once the building gets auctioned off for him to just start an online school, and try from that because, the Black community has supported him for this long and nothing has came into fruition, unfortunately. I don't believe he's a scam artist. I think, like I said, his intentions were good, just didn't have the right mind frame from it, didn't have the right help for it. And maybe the charter school is the way. Maybe it is another way to do it. And I understand he wanted it independent and all this other stuff. But when when you get too knee deep into something, right? And it's hard to turn back around. It's hard to fix anything. You might as well just keep going with it. It's like if you're running and you say, you know what, I'm only going to run a mile today. I run at least 2 miles a day, but today I'm just going to run a mile. And then you get to running, and then you make it past the mile and you say, I need to stop. But then you get halfway to 2 miles and you know what? Forget it. I might as well go 2 miles because since I'm already here, let me just finish it out. I know my body's tired. I'm tired, but let me just. So and then, or if you make a mess on the ground, right? And everything is messed up, you just like, well, fuck it, man. Since it's all messed up, I'll get to it later. It's just you dig a hole that's just deeper for yourself, and he ain't really know what to do after that. But yeah, this is unfortunate. His bank accounts got frozen and all this other stuff, and I hate to see Dr. Umar go out like that, but it is what it is. But y'all let me know in the comments about the school that he never had really. But anyway, man, it's been fun talking to y'all. We got to do this more often, type of stuff. But yeah, so shout out to everybody who chimed in today. Shout out to all the subscribers. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/ResView. Also, you need to go to Who Gave You a Podcast. Let me pull that up real quick. Who Gave You a Podcast? Y'all need to really subscribe to this channel because we're trying to build this up. Already doing good on TikTok and things. And it's one of the hottest podcasts that are out. Me and CJ's Who Gave You a Podcast. So what I want everybody to do when you get a chance, I want you to go to this channel right here that I'm about to show you. And I want you to hit that subscribe button here as well. Who Gave You a Podcast? We just started a couple of months ago. We had 176 subscribers. So everybody from ResView, if you support this channel, make sure that you go over there. We want to make sure that we run that up. We have some great content right here. I don't know why Raekwon raps about. I don't know what Raekwon be rapping about. DJ Quick versus Dr. Dre. Is Drake's era of dominance over? Jay-Z's verse on Juvenile's High was trash. We got a whole bunch of things on here, man. Great topics, great convo, and we've been tearing up TikTok. I can tell you that. So make sure that you go to Who Gave You a Podcast. Go right now if you're watching, and please subscribe to that channel. And then follow me on TikTok at The Real J Red, and then follow me on us on TikTok at who.gave.u.a.pod. So make sure that you do that. But anyway, y'all, been fun talking to y'all. Love y'all. Make sure that you subscribe to the official channel, youtube.com/ResView. And I will see you on the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.